Alright, welcome back to Currency 365. Alright, so every video I do on the main channel today will be on the backup channel tomorrow, okay, for Monday. So just wanted to get that out the way and get that clear. Alright, so everything I do on the main channel today will be on the backup channel on Monday. Okay, so let's begin here. The electronic banking. Okay, this is back in 2013. This is actually October 2013. Actually, when I got back into this investment. Okay, Timmy. I know you guys know Timmy in the Dinar community, or Tim 724. Okay, did actual great summary of why this electronic banking was important, number one, and number two, why we haven't seen the revaluation at that time because of this electronic banking was not hooked up completely. Okay, and yesterday we just saw news that they were finally, after 2 years, at the final stages of putting that electronic banking system together. Okay, so we have to watch. Let's watch that carefully and closely. But I want to read Timmy's basically summary of why back then of why the dinar has not didn't revalue and the importance of the electronic banking system. All right, so here's Timmy 724. All right, so it says, "Good morning, everyone. I would like to give you all my opinion on why Iraq has not increased the value of the dinar. This is my opinion solely. I have been thinking about this for several months now, and I have a serious discussion with some of my fellow administrators here at BLC. The question has always been, why hasn't Iraq RV'd their currency? After much thought, I have formed an opinion, and this is what I want to share with you now. The answer is so simple, and that may be why many, myself included, haven't really seen it. In order for Iraq to fully deal in their own currency, they have to be electronically linked both in country and throughout the world. All modern societies throughout the world are linked electronically. A country today cannot commence commerce without a system of checks, balances, and just as importantly, accountability. So I mean that was one of the reasons why they had to put the anti-money laundering law in there, for that accountability reasons too. Okay, let's continue. The electronic banking is absolutely necessary for Iraq to progress forward. How can the CBI raise the value of the currency without accountability? Yes, Iraq does trade now, but it is not even close to what it is to come. Just imagine the conversation, please. WTO asks Iraq, "Hey, are you ready to fully implement the tariffs so you can ascend?" Question mark. Iraq says, "Well, not quite. We still have to link the customs and borders to the CBI data bank." The WTO then comes back and says, "Okay, well, let us know when you are ready." Do you see where I'm going with this? Let's say, for example, that tomorrow morning the CBI increases the value of the dinar to par with the dollar. How much dinar would go out the back door? Billions of and billions. You bet it would. Now, if you have a system, electronic banking in place, it will do several things. Here are just a few. Number one, stop the majority of embezzlement and corruption. Number two, it will increase the amount of physical currency. Number three, it will eliminate the lion's share of counterfeiting. Okay. And Timmy goes on and says, without this system, Iraq cannot have a modern real trade and commerce with all these multiple nations. It is the way of the world, and Iraq is just now getting this system in place. They must be linked with their customs, and when the tariffs are fully implemented, they must be linked to the CBI, again, for accountability. How can you keep track of all the money, exports, imports without it? Remember, Dr. Shabibi said they needed stability and security in order to make the change. Well, in my opinion, security means this: a secure system that enables full accounting and all monetary transactions within the country as well as international transactions. This ability falls within the same premise: a secure system that eliminates fraud, waste, and corruption. We know that the system is being worked. We see it daily in the news as well as the CBI stating this as well. We know that the governor of Turkey or Turkey has said they are making great progress with it. I truly believe they are at the stage of working out the kinks in the system, doing the link up to the borders, etc. We know the stock market went electronic a few months ago. I believe that the majority of the infrastructure is in place. This is the most crucial step in the process. It must be tested time and time again in order to get it right the first time. There are no do-overs in this situation. I remember a country is only as strong as a monetary system. There is it is their foundation as well as their economic laws. Okay. We will watch as Iraq finally merges into a country of modern capability, doing commerce with the world, taking their earned place in the international community. Let's watch for the sign of the system being fully integrated and see where it takes us. Again, I just don't see how the CBI can do an increase without this system in place. There may be several reasons for the delay, but this just seems the most logical to me. Thank you. Now, this was Sunday, October 27th, 2013. Wow. That is phenomenal right there from Timmy 724 because that's absolutely correct. The system has to be linked. The electronic system has to be ready to go for Iraq to launch a global market economy. Now, the great part about this is that, like Timmy said, the accountability needed to be in place, and we just got that accountability last week because it is Sunday. Sunday's the first day of the week. It's not the last day of the week, like some people think. Okay, so last week, okay, we got that accountability through the Anti-Money Laundering Act and the Finance Terrorism Law. Okay, so we got that accountability. So now we need to just finalize the system. Okay, so yesterday we got the news that the central bank, the electronic payment is at its final stages. Okay, and the private sector, this was key as well. The private sector participated in, okay, that project being secured, okay, or in the project secured, whatever way you want to call it. Okay, so the private sector was part of this. Okay, so they're ready. They're getting the private sector ready to go as well to be launched. The market economy will be launched, and the accountability is there because they're passing the laws that they need. Okay, especially the anti-money laundering law. That is the kickoff to the revaluation of the currency. I think the anti-money laundering law began the process of revaluing the currency. So now, because of the anti-money laundering law and the finance terrorism law, You're now seeing all these things come into play, and they're ready to go as the electronic payment is in final stages of being connected to the world and to Iraq together. All right, guys, so that's it for me. Currency 365. Have a great morning and the rest of a great day.